The episode opens with the return of Lord Jason Lannister, who previously sought Rhaenyra's hand in marriage. Now leading Lannister forces at the Golden Tooth, he demands the protection of Aemond and his dragon, Vhagar, before proceeding further. This request infuriates Aemond, who sees himself as the rightful ruler and not someone to be summoned. Meanwhile, Alicent attempts to offer diplomatic counsel, urging caution and restraint. However, Aemond, consumed by his thirst for power, disregards her advice. He proposes a risky alliance with the Triarchy to break the blockade of Blackwater Bay, despite warnings from the small council about the unreliability of the free cities and the potential dangers of inviting pirates into their waters. Alicent reminds Aemond of his father Viserys' wisdom in not trusting the Triarchy, but her words fall on deaf ears. Aemond, demonstrating his growing arrogance and disregard for his mother's authority, permanently dismisses her from the council. He then makes another rash decision by ordering Sir Criston to march on Harrenhal, despite Criston's concerns about their depleted forces and the formidable strength of Daemon Targaryen. In King's Landing, the populace is suffering from food shortages and growing resentment towards the royal family's extravagance. Through Mysaria's network of informants, the common folk hear rumors of lavish feasts at the Red Keep while they struggle to survive on meager rations of fish. This growing discontent fuels whispers of rebellion, with some even questioning the legitimacy of the Targaryen dynasty. During another small council meeting, Aemond is warned about the enemy within but remains focused on breaking the blockade. He disregards the suffering of his people, contrasting sharply with his brother Aegon, who at least made an effort to gain popularity among the commoners. Aemond's indifference and arrogance further alienate him from his subjects, setting the stage for potential conflict and unrest within the kingdom. Rhaenyra's covert act of providing much-needed food to the starving small folk of King's Landing, using ships bearing her sigil, sparks a violent riot. The Queen's unexpected generosity further ignites the simmering resentment towards the ruling Targaryens, who are perceived as indifferent to the plight of the common people. Alicent and Helaena, caught in the midst of the chaos, barely escape the angry mob, who chant Rhaenyra's name and hurl insults and rotten fish at the fleeing royals. Aemond's actions continue to alienate not only the commoners but also members of his own council. His refusal to appoint the cunning Larys Strong as Hand of the King and his insistence on reinstating Otto Hightower, his grandfather, further demonstrate his lack of political acumen and his reliance on familiar, yet potentially harmful, alliances. Meanwhile, a weakened but conscious King Aegon, who had been presumed incapacitated, awakens with a newfound fear for his safety under Aemond's rule. He confides in Larys, revealing his fragmented memories and expressing his desperation for help. Larys, often underestimated due to his physical disability, sees an opportunity to exploit the situation. He reminds Aegon of their shared experience of being overlooked and encourages him to use this perception to his advantage. Aegon, recognizing the truth in Larys's words, pleads for his assistance, setting the stage for a potential alliance against Aemond. In a poignant scene, Daemon Targaryen is once again haunted by visions in the familiar setting of the throne room. This time, it's the specter of his deceased brother, King Viserys, who returns to reproach him for the infamous heir for a day incident. As Viserys berates him for his callous words towards his late son, a disbelieving Daemon struggles to comprehend his brother's lingering anger. However, as Viserys' fury gives way to overwhelming sorrow, Daemon's hardened facade crumbles, and he finds himself shedding tears for his brother's pain. He attempts to escape the emotional turmoil but finds the doors locked, trapping him within the vision. Pleading for release, he eventually breaks free and confronts Sir Simon Strong, accusing him of being a double agent. Simon, however, calmly silences Daemon's outburst. Overwhelmed by the emotional weight of the Red Keep, Daemon decides to leave on Dragonback, but is intercepted by Alice Rivers in the Godswood. She confronts him about his tendency to flee from difficult situations. Finally, Daemon breaks down and confesses his struggles with uniting the Riverlords. Alice, surprised by his vulnerability, reveals the importance of House Tully's influence over the Riverlords and hints at a significant shift in power within the family. As Daemon contemplates his next move, he is visited once again by Viserys' ghost, who is now mourning the loss of his wife, Aemma. Moved by his brother's profound grief, Daemon embraces him, offering solace and support. This moment of emotional connection coincides with a strategic development. Sir Simon informs Daemon of Lord Grover Tully's passing, paving the way for Rhaenyra's loyal supporter, Lord Oscar Tully, to ascend to power in the Riverlands. This news fills Daemon with relief and tears of joy, as it represents a significant advantage for Rhaenyra's cause. The scene ends with the possibility of a reconciliation between Daemon and his estranged wife, as the tides of the conflict begin to shift. In a significant departure from the source material, Fire and Blood, Rhaenyra Targaryen takes center stage as she embarks on a hike with Prince Joffrey in the Vale. Their tranquil excursion is interrupted when they stumble upon the scorched remains of a sheep and unmistakable evidence of a large dragon's presence, hinting at the existence of the mythical sheep-stealer. Despite Lady Jane's previous assurances of safety, Rhaenyra confronts her about the deliberately concealed presence of a dragon in the Vale. Jane admits to the rumors but downplays their significance, offering only vague well-wishes for Rhaenyra's impending journey across the narrow sea. Rhaenyra's determined spirit and thirst for adventure are evident in her defiance of Jane's dismissal. This scene strongly suggests that she may be poised to take on the dragon-riding role of Nettles, a prominent character in George R.R. Martin's Fire and Blood. This potential deviation from the source material offers exciting possibilities for Rhaenyra's character development and her involvement in the unfolding Targaryen conflict. Her growing fascination with dragons and her desire for agency hint at a compelling transformation from a sheltered princess into a formidable dragon rider, mirroring Nettles' journey in the books. This scene not only sets up a captivating storyline for Rhaenyra but also adds a layer of intrigue and suspense to the series. Viewers are left wondering how Rhaenyra's potential connection to the sheep-stealer will unfold and what impact it will have on the broader narrative of House of the Dragon. Meanwhile, at Dragonstone, Rhaenyra and her newly appointed hand, Corlys Velaryon, strategize to bolster their forces. Rhaenyra proposes a bold plan: to have Sir Steffon Darklyn, a knight with a distant Targaryen lineage, attempt to claim a dragon. Despite the inherent risks, Sir Steffon accepts the challenge, eager to forge a bond with a creature he considers akin to gods. The dragon-claiming ceremony unfolds in the Dragon Morn, with Rhaenyra and Jace anxiously observing as Sir Steffon attempts to connect with the dragons. Seasmoke, a formidable dragon, emerges and initially appears receptive, but in a tragic turn of events, it unleashes a fiery breath, killing Sir Steffon. The loss of both the dragon and a trusted knight is a blow to Rhaenyra's cause. When a council member criticizes her decision, Rhaenyra, overwhelmed by grief and frustration, lashes out, reminding them of her authority and demanding their unwavering loyalty. The episode takes an unexpected turn as Seasmoke reappears on the beaches of Driftmark, pursued by Corlys' bastard son, Adam of Hull. To everyone's surprise, Seasmoke doesn't attack Adam. Instead, a bond seems to form between them. News of Rhaenyra's outburst reaches Mysaria, who seizes the opportunity to solidify her alliance with the Queen. She reveals her traumatic past, marked by abuse and abandonment, and pledges her unwavering loyalty to Rhaenyra. Their connection deepens, culminating in an intimate moment that is interrupted by the startling news of Seasmoke's return with a rider. Fearing that the dragon has been claimed by the enemy, Rhaenyra takes to the skies on Syrax, leaving Jace and the others in suspense as they grapple with the implications of this new development. The episode ends on a cliffhanger, leaving viewers eager to discover the identity of Seasmoke's new rider and the potential impact on the escalating conflict.